breadheads. You hear that?
Aloha, breadheads.
Aloha and mahalo for tuning in to today's beautiful episode. It is currently 30 degrees. Just kidding. We're back home. It's 5 degrees.
We are, locked into the regular grind.
That's right.
Special aloha to all the TikTok refugees who may be joining us for the first time. This is a safe space for entertainment. This podcast is kind of like a TikTok stream.
That is true.
We're just scrolling through the topics, and this episode will be no exception.
Dude, you're absolutely correct. We don't really continue one thought all the way through the pod. It's more of like we spend 15 seconds talking about something, and then it's on to the next topic.
Exactly. That's why we've already completed the entire narrative arc of this episode that is related to Hawaii. But maybe we should circle back to that, Eric. Because
let's go back, Ty. It's a round trip flight.
It's a round trip. You're right. You and I we're going from red note to red eye. You know, you and I both were just on the Hawaiian Islands. It was the Think Fresh summit. We both had to head out there and reset.
That's right. We were summiting a volcano over in the middle of the Pacific, which is pretty crazy. Like, I kept thinking about this while I was there, that in every single direction, you are like thousands of kilometers away from a landmass.
It's so freaky.
It's so fucking freaky.
It creeps me out, dude. Yeah. It gives me the shivers.
Like, if suddenly, like, all airports closed, there's no way for you to get back.
Cooked.
You're absolutely cooked.
You're living off pineapple and ahi tuna for the rest of your life.
I wouldn't mind. It would be kind of like a Tom Hanks situation where you befriend a volleyball and you kind of just like eat fish and like lose 40 pounds. Like, I think we would all actually benefit from that.
The Hawaiian people don't seem to have a problem with it. I think island life for them is their identity. They talk about the mainlanders like it's this foreign, boring, silly little world. Like, oh no, that's a mainlander thing. You guys are all so out of touch.
I think that's how like the Taiwanese talk about the Chinese.
Probably.
Like those fucking mainlanders.
Yeah, you're actually right.
But yeah, dude, you're right. Why is it that Hawaiians are like kind of like a big people, but all they eat is like raw fish and rice?
Is that are you basing that entirely off of Mohana?
You mean the movie or the street?
The movie.
I stayed on that street.
Whoa, that's kind of cool. Dude's at the new Disney World location. No, Mohana, like, and I think Mohana only, the protagonist is a big, beefy Hawaiian dude because Dwayne Johnson is a big, beefy, maybe Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, he kind of looks Hawaiian or like Samoan.
Yeah.
But no, I just noticed this on my travels, Ty, that everyone that looked like a local was really tanned and just like a strong person. They looked like they could, I don't know, like jump in the water, wrestle a sea turtle, and like find a fish, you know, like that kind of thing.
No, totally. All the Polynesians are just so like beefed up. It's crazy. I felt very emasculated with my shirt off at every beach because everyone's a fast swimmer. Everyone can catch a wave. Everyone's very tanned. It's a very aspirational place. I think I need to toast myself more.
Yeah, I know.
That was my takeaway from this trip.
I really tried to toast myself on this vacation. I wanted to get more tan, but 5 days, by day 4, I'm then onboarded to the sun as a white man. Like, day 4 is when I can start tanning, and you know, it's doesn't leave me much time. You know,
no, you're gonna get one burn and then you're back on the plane home.
That's right. The Chanel 50 SPF on the face really protects it, so I wasn't able to get too much of a tan.
Damn, not even a giant ball of gas in the sky can blast through the chemicals in Chanel's lotion.
That's incredible. Right. I specifically go for the aluminum offering. extra layer.
Aluminum. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I was caked up in sunscreen the entire week. I had no interest in a nasty little burn.
No way.
Which tends, especially like, I don't know. I've just been watching so much of Brian Johnson's like material online these days that I'm super concerned about doing anything to fuck up my body now. And the sun is like it's like just a big problem for most people.
It's a real big death ball in the sky that we should avoid at all costs.
Yeah, that's why most of our listeners like to stay in their basement.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck, dude, I gotta start painting over the windows or putting up some tinfoil. Like much like the residents on East Hastings. I think that's where they get it from.
I think so too. They understand something we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think you got to get tinted windows in this whip that we're sitting in. We're in Eric's vehicle, of course.
That's right. I know we do need that because it's getting fogged up.
Yeah, it is getting fogged up.
But I wanted to ask you, how was your flight? Because this was my first red eye, I think, where I've landed back in Vancouver in the morning. I landed at 7 a.m. And even though it was a direct flight and I had upgraded my seat to row 12, which is the bulkhead, a nice legroom option.
From breadhead to bulkhead.
Bulkheads.
Hello, bulkheads. Welcome to another episode of Costco's podcast.
Yeah, dude, we could totally make this an airline podcast.
Yeah,
we would refer to our fans as the bulkheads. But yeah, I was able to do that. But then landing, I was like in full kind of like, I don't know. I actually got red eyes, Ty. I didn't think that was like a real thing, but my eyes were super red when I landed. I just felt like absolute shit.
Damn, a couple little tomato slices right there.
Yeah.
You traded in the pubes.
Yeah, you know me, I got long legs, so I'm just sitting there like fidgeting in the seat. Can't really get comfortable. Using my AirPods as a pillow.
The Maxes just don't have enough cushion.
They don't. So yeah, it kind of ruined me for the day. But how did you fare?
I'm okay on these types of situations. I also did a red eye. I'm not a daddy long legs, so I find myself quite comfortable even squeezed into an economy seat.
Yeah, that's good.
But it is hard to sleep on planes, dude. Humans aren't built for that. They need to be horizontal. I think there should be just a button the airline stewardess presses after we hit cruising altitude, and then all seats at the exact same time go back as far as possible. If they all did that, then we could extend them even further in unison.
Right. So like, I think extending them even further than what they can do now would be helpful, because then everyone kind of gets a nice lay in.
Yeah, exactly. We're all looking for a nice lay.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I'm laying an egg in row 12. Ty, I was so uncomfortable.
Did you get a lay when you landed?
I did not.
I did not either. I think that's a stereotype, or maybe that's like old Hawaii. People got the
I actually thought about that when I landed. I was like, I can't wait for my flower crown. You know what I mean?
I want to be the king.
I want to be the king of Hawaii. Yeah, I'm gonna colonize this fucking island.
Everyone has thought that at some point.
Yeah. So I didn't get one, and I'm curious, like, maybe if you're like on an all-inclusive kind of like vacation package, they'd probably do that.
Yeah, probably.
And also, for some reason in my head, this happens on the tarmac and not like at the gate. You know what I mean? Because you walk in the gate, you see all the sunburnt travelers who are heading home, and they don't want to see you get a nice little flower.
Oh, dude, it felt like the opening scene of White Lotus when I got off the plane. It's just like the most miserable looking sunburnt people. They have their head in their hands. They're like falling asleep on their suitcase, waiting for their flight to leave. It's like, damn, these people are down bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, the worst part about it was like, this is going to be me in like 5 days. And I could see myself in these people.
Yeah. You're just looking around like, that guy's hasn't slept for 3 days. That guy's constipated. This guy has hepatitis B.
Exactly.
You know? It's like all kind of all on display at the gate.
Yeah. You only see that in Vegas and Hawaii, I guess.
Yeah, dude, this guy he's got the burn and he doesn't know it.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I fortunately emerged unscathed from my trip. I thought I would get mercury poisoning because I dummied a lot of poke bowls, like a lot, like multiple a day.
Yeah, same.
I was binging those things.
It was so good.
It was so good.
I just love it. What was your like go-to fish kind of dressing and fish option? Like, walk me through everything.
Yeah. So I would usually just go with the classic, keep it light, maybe a little bit of like wasabi mayo or like a spicy mayo, a little drizzle. I feel like that really elevates the dish, even though I don't think the Hawaiian locals consider that as tradizionale. But I like it. Little white rice action, sometimes brown if I'm feeling cheeky.
Yeah.
What's more to add, dude? I hate when they add the salad.
What kind of fish?
Ahi tuna.
Of course.
Every time, dude.
Dude, the ahi, it was such a great realization because the ahi is like pretty much the same price as any other fish there, but it's like the premium back here in Vancouver. Like you can't get fish for that cheap.
No, it's so much better. I mean, even with the Canadian dollar in the toilet, the ahi tuna still seems like a good deal.
Yeah.
Although I was like checking my bank statements and I was like looking at some of the poke bowls I bought, and I would just be buying them from like a random street side vendor, nothing special, and it comes out to like 45 Canadian a bowl after tax and conversion and tip. I'm like, how the fuck did this thing cost 40, almost 50 bucks?
I know. Yeah. I'll see the menu price. I'm like, oh, 22. That seems normal. And I'll like buy it for me in Bay, and then I'll get the Amex notification. It's like $80. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I spend $80 just now, or is that something else?
Dude, and I'm always geeked off the Mai Tai, so I don't even know. It was so hard to like tie everything together.
Yeah. This is pretty crazy. It's like people in the States are listening to us like, wow, these like broke boys. Like Canada is really the 51st state now, if you think about it. We're just living in poverty. We're the new Puerto Rico.
We're the new Greece, man. Like the economy is crumbling, and we just need tourism to save us.
Yeah, dude. But no one wants to come up here.
No, it's too cold.
People want to buy land here and then leave forever.
Damn.
Leave it vacant.
Making it harder for everybody.
Yeah. Dude. But the poke of my choice, I would always go for the shoyu. It was the like soy sauce.
Oh yes,
tossed in soy sauce.
That's so good, dude.
Yeah,
I like the shoyu too.
And there was a wasabi like shoyu kind of thing as well, and that was really good. Those are my top picks. And I try to go like half ahi, half salmon.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, the salmon wasn't bad, but when you have ahi on the menu, it's pretty hard to compete.
I know, that's right. It was it's kind of like candy over there.
It is.
It's so good.
Damn. Oh, that makes me want some right now. I've been like trying to relive the glory days and glory bowls of Hawaii. I've been making acai bowls every morning back here. It just doesn't hit the same, dude. No. The bananas taste different.
Was there the coffee chain Island Vintage Coffee on your island? Because you went to a different island than I did.
That's correct. Yeah, I was up in the vintage surfer town of Hanalei in Kauai.
Oh,
it's very cool vibes there.
Nice.
Perfect for me. The breadheads who really know me would understand. But no, that chain was not present. I don't think there was a single chain in this town.
Oh, really? It was that?
It was like pretty low key. Yeah, a lot of dirt roads.
Oh wow, nice.
And a lot of like bridges that were single lane. So you'd just be sitting in a row of cars waiting for your turn across the bridge. Yeah.
I experienced one of those in a tunnel.
Oh, that sounds scary.
Yeah. Single lane in a tunnel. Ooh. No exit. Like if it gets clogged up, you're kind of sitting there and underground.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's quite nice. I was in Honolulu for the breadheads, and gotta say it was like the perfect vacation. I just feel like so like I don't know, just feel so good about it. Like fortunate that I got to go. Better than I expected. I had low kind of expectations going in. I was like trying to remind myself I'm still just going to America, and like I shouldn't be expecting like a fun cultural experience
because America.
It's just America. Yeah. And it's kind of crazy to fly 6 hours over the Pacific to go to America.
Yeah, dude, you can drive there.
I feel like I'm from Asia saying that,
It is weird. And I always forgot that, and then until I had to buy something with cash, or you drive past like a traditional American establishment like a Burger King or something.
Yeah.
It just throws you.
I was sitting next to some Americans on the flight, obviously. Actually, they're living in Vancouver, but they're from Alabama.
Cool.
And this guy was a black guy. He was like 6'5". Fucking massive
daddy
guy.
Long legs.
He was a daddy long legs for sure. And he had this like tons of jewelry on.
Cool.
And I was like, we're both sitting in the upgraded economy seats, and like, this guy's got bread, obviously.
For sure.
Didn't say a word to him for like 5 hours of the 6 hour flight. But then on the last hour, we kind of got to chopping it up. And I wanted to ask him if he was like an NBA player. Sounds racist, but based on the clues I was seeing.
Right, he's got all the shaved ice, as they call it.
Yeah. We started talking, and he was a backup singer for the band The Temptations.
No way.
This guy's like 75 years old.
Oh, he was an old head.
Old head, yeah. He was unk.
So he made his millions with his voice, not with his stature.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if he would show up in any of the Wikipedia photos. Is he one of these tenors, bass? Did you
No.
ask him what he was? A tenor, a bass?
Oh no, I should have asked him.
That'd been
I was
pretty
asking him
funny.
about. We were talking about our purpose in life, and I brought up Ikigai, and he was really cool to hear. He was really excited to hear about that. No, his name was Riley from the Temptations.
Well, shout out to Riley if you're listening.
Yeah.
Dude, that is very cool. This is the thing with America is after you're over 60, everyone's done something that everyone else knows about.
Yeah.
You were like on Ellen because you were like of a meme or like you were in a band or you played for a college sports team that got canceled. Like there's always something.
Yeah, there totally is. And I'm forgetting now why I brought this up.
That's okay.
Sitting on a plane with Americans, we were going to America. Oh, they were recommending spots for us to eat at. And they're like, I don't know if you've heard of this place, but Cheesecake Factory goes crazy. And I'm like, bro, I'm familiar with the place.
With the factory.
And he's like, okay, I got another one for you. P.F. Chang's.
No.
I was like, dude, this conversation's over.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of as far as it went. But he also admitted that he knows that, it's not like, I don't know, an interesting like cultural experience, but you kind of want something comfortable and familiar. So he's like, that's where I'm going to eat. So,
but
okay, fair enough.
If you want comfortable and familiar in Hawaii, you go to Duke's. That's what Duke's is for.
Dude, Duke's is, I want to say one of the best restaurants in Hawaii. It's so good.
Dude, Duke's is insane.
How was it on your island? Because I was surprised to hear that you had it there too.
Oh yeah, I had to go down to the kind of like main city center where the airport is. And there's one on the beach there, so I posted up for a couple cheeky Mai Tais and hung out. And it's fine. Like the food is fine, the drinks are fine, but the Aloha vibe is undeniable.
Oh. Unbelievable, dude. It was so fun. Because the one in Honolulu on Waikiki Beach, like this, you got sand kind of trailing into the restaurant, which is always a fun, interesting vibe.
Totally.
People rinsing their feet off next to your table.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah, it was so fun because they always have like a band just like kind of playing the whole day.
Yeah, they had that too, and they had all of these tropical plants that they had kind of assembled. It's honestly like what Rainforest Cafe should be.
Oh wow, yeah. But I thought it was cool because ours had like a self-serve seating area. Because like there's like an hour wait for a table, but you can kind of just linger around the bar area. And there's like tables around the bar. And if someone gets up, you just go and sit down and then you order.
Hell yeah.
And then like halfway through our meal, I got a text saying our table's ready. I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, dude.
We're eating coconut shrimp like on the beach right now. And like, you can't fuck with me. I'm so happy.
Like, dude's doing a sit-in.
Yeah.
He's not giving up that table.
Absolutely. And got the Big Swell IPA, of course.
Oh, nice.
And something called a hula pie.
Hula pie?
Did you have this on the menu?
I've never heard of this.
Oh, dude. It's hula basically... pie. Like 3 pints of ice cream. It's a massive slice of ice cream cake.
Dude, I saw so many people getting served this thing. Every time a server would waddle by my table with one of these in hand. I was just like, fuck ordered that? All eyes on that monstrosity of a slice of cake. It's just this mountain of cake. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, my partner just saw that and fell in love, as all women do.
Damn,
they see a dessert. And they go, I need to have that.
Sometimes side bay ain't even a bay. It's a slice of cake.
Side pie. But yeah, it was like a massive macadamia nut ice cream with like chocolate. Just like it looked like actually a volcano. If you think about it. And then like this lava was chocolate sauce. And there was like tons of macadamia nuts on it. And yeah, it took us like 45 minutes to eat it.
Dude, very poetic to take inspiration from the volcanic topology of Hawaii. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Dukes. Do you know Dukes is named after a guy who's the Duke?
Yeah, he was like a surfer or a sports person, I think.
Olympic surfer.
Olympic surfer, yeah.
And he,
the Duke,
like, was an ambassador, basically, of Hawaii or something.
Wow, when you're so good at a sport that you become a government employee is always insane. The only 2 ways to do that is like money or talent.
There's a ton of other things he did that I'm forgetting, but there's a statue of him in Honolulu, kind of near Duke's, and it's pretty impressive.
Duke is like the Joe Fortes of Hawaii.
1000%, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, cool. Instead of being a lifeguard, or maybe he was a lifeguard. I don't fucking know. I know he saved some people from drowning. That was part of the story.
Cool.
But yeah, he's literally Joe Fortes because he was a lifeguard.
Yeah, Joe Fortes, Vancouver's first lifeguard, iconic man in the city. I think they need a sculpture of him along
I'm happy you
somewhere in
said.
English Bay.
Yeah, I'm happy you said Joe Fortes and not like Jim Pattison or something.
Dude, that guy's got to die already.
Fuck
Respectfully,
respectfully,
he's been around
rocks.
too long. Like, I'm sure he's done lots for the city, but none of it is interesting to me.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
What else, Ty? What else did you get up to? You drove a truck or something?
Drove a Dodge Charger all over the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, the Jeeps were just like a little too much money. What were you driving around?
Well, first of all, I thought you were driving like the Taliban, like Tacoma or whatever. But it's interesting you chose a Charger. I almost drove a Charger, but instead I used Turo for the first time.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was actually really, really good. I got a BMW 5 Series. And,
Nice.
yeah, it was awesome. It was a hybrid,
Whoa.
which was kind of a surprise when I tried to start the engine.
Dude, when you pop the hood on those hybrids and like look at what's happening down there, it's so confusing.
It's so confusing.
I don't know where any belts are. I don't know how to check the oil.
Yeah,
Nothing
totally
makes sense. It's so foreign.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually what size of engine it has. I didn't look in the engine compartment. But the battery was like pretty much empty the whole time, and we were just driving on the like using the engine, but it was still fast.
Oh, cool.
And it would charge like kind of while we're driving. And then it would like kick in and it'd just be like way faster. Like, this is kind of cool.
Whoa, that's very cool.
I can only imagine when it's like properly ready to go, set up.
Yeah. Well, my petrol-pilled Charger was pretty fast too. It had some rev to it. I don't normally operate a vehicle with that much muscle.
Yeah.
It felt like such an idiot though. I rented surfboards for the day and I had to tie them to the roof of the Dodge Charger. I just looked like a complete asshole driving around. Everyone's in their Jeeps or their Rivians with surfboards on the roof, and they look totally normal in the RAV4, but
I mean, it's okay, dude. I think you look way less of an asshole than the guy in the Rivian.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, Rivians are fucking lame.
I think I'm gonna get one at some point.
No, damn.
Yeah, dude, I want to take back the Rivian narrative.
Dude, you're making too much money off this podcast for you to be driving a Rivian and have like a Patagonia vest.
Yeah, that's fair. It is a vibe, hey.
It is kind
of
a
the
tech
Hanalei
bro
vibe.
Yeah,
maybe.
But I did see someone in Hawaii driving a Lotus Elise with a surfboard on it.
Oh, that's a cool look. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got the roof off, but it's not like a full convertible where it goes all the way down. It's like basically like one piece that you like put in the trunk, kind of thing.
So is there still a frame or a body?
So like you got the A pillar,
no
B pillar, but you got a C pillar in the back.
Okay, so
the windshield is still there.
You're putting the surfboard kind of.
It's just like it creates a bridge.
It is the roof.
It is the roof, essentially.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was like as long as the car, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And that looked cool. I was like, this guy definitely knows what he's doing.
Dude, that's a lifestyle right there.
Yeah. Fuck. Dude, Hawaii is so fun.
Man, speaking of whips, like before we left, Eric, you said something that really inspired me, and I want to share it with the breadheads because it's my new outlook on life. We were talking about how you have been entertaining the idea of getting a new whip, perhaps upgrading your Mercedes. I don't know if you made any progress on that front, but you said to me, I can't make a decision right now. I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'm going to think about it with sand in my toes. And that resonated with me so much, Eric. Yeah, and now I realized whenever you need to make a big decision in life, go to the beach, take your shoes off, get some sand in your toes, just sit and think. That's the best place to do it. I'm not making any big decisions. Sand from here forward. I'm going to head to freaking Jericho or something. I'm going to look at the ocean. Yeah, I'm going to wiggle those toesies.
Yeah, dude. If you're looking out over the Pacific Ocean, I mean, you'll get some ideas for sure.
It's a great rule.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it for everything now.
I mean, politicians in Europe will say like, you can't make a decision without like a drink, like without a glass of wine in hand, which I also resonate with. Yeah. But here in the Pacific region, you got to be on the beach, Ty.
I agree. Like most of the internet would say, don't do anything unless it's post coitus. But
post nut clarity.
Exactly. But I think this is more wholesome and maybe more achievable for some people.
Yeah. I mean, Ty, I don't know if, like, this is my first time experimenting with this kind of like thought experiment. And so I don't know if I have post-vacation clarity. If anything, I'm still riding that high. I'm still surfing that wave, if you will.
Mentally, you're sipping out of a coconut.
100%. When a cop pulls you over and you got a coconut in the cup holder.
They're rumming that.
Yeah.
I won't tell. I don't sip and tell.
Exactly. Sniff, sniff. But no, I drove such a nice car on vacation. It was a 2021 Beamer, and I was like, fuck.
Damn.
I'm gonna go home to my vintage Benz, which I love dearly. I don't want to get rid of it at all. But now I'm thinking like I need the AMG.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah. Something about like a new car feature set just makes you realize how much you need it.
I know. Ty, the car I want has ventilated seats. Like you can heat it or cool them.
Whoa.
Like that's just like game changing.
That is cool. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's how far behind I am on car tech.
I know. Yeah. Car tech is interesting. But yeah, I don't know what to do, Ty, because this car seems like a great deal on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
However, I checked it out and drives like a fucking animal. I loved it.
I bet. V8.
V8, naturally aspirated. Yeah, there's only 2 years that this car was a V8 without a turbo.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of a special year. And it's an E63 AMG.
Cool. And how many horses died to power this whip?
I think about over 500.
Damn.
It's just
half a rack.
Which is kind of fucked. I put it in Sport Plus and I just gunned it up Burnaby Mountain. I just floored it. And I had to let off the gas immediately because it was just like flying. And there was like 3 of us in the car.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was just uphill too. I was like, well, how the fuck is this car doing that? And it made me nervous. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this much speed. But I was gonna say, oh yeah, the car's been in like 3 accidents because we pulled up the Carfax.
High risk vehicle. I'm done buying cars that have been clipped. Yeah. There's always some.
Yeah, dude, fuck. So one of the damages was $20,000 to repair.
Whoa.
And that sounds like a lot, which it definitely is. But also the car was worth $105,000 when it was new. So and it has like all these expensive fucking parts. So I'm like, how bad was it? Did the engine get like, damaged, or was it just like body? Because it was like front right corner, like the headlight could be expensive, the front bumper, the hood, the door panel, maybe, who knows?
Right.
And I'm like, fuck, I hope it was like a shopping cart and not a tree, No
like, kidding. You don't want a bent axle or.
Yeah. So I'm like a little nervous about, investing any money into a car that might cost me like triple the price in maintenance. So I don't know. Yeah, that's too much info for the breadheads.
No, they like to follow along with your decision making journey, Eric. Okay. It's important. Teaches us all something about the world.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that? Like, would you get a great deal on your dream car, and risk like spending twice that much or 3 times that much on maintaining it? Who knows? It could have a catastrophic failure in 5 years.
It could, yeah.
Yeah.
The way I see it, Eric, the future isn't promised. Right now, all they're asking of you is to buy the vehicle and then deal with the repercussions later. Yeah. And I think you're the type of man that could deal with any repercussions that come your way.
I'm good at cushioning the repercussion.
Exactly. So I think you should take the risk. You won't regret it, at least for a few years. And by the time you do regret it, you'll have moved on to something greater anyways. Your interests and your needs in a vehicle may already change.
Yeah. You know what, Ty? You're right. Because like, depending on how big the discount is, like the initial investment, the price of the car, you could just sell it for parts later and it might make up most of that.
That's a good point. If you got a good enough kind of baseline cost there.
Yeah. Like if it's really a steal, you might get a few good years out of it. And who knows, it might last you forever because it's fine.
Yeah, totally.
But you can use that as a bargaining chip when you're negotiating the price.
So you win on both sides.
That's the plan. So
it's addicted to winning.
Yeah, dude. So wish me luck. Yeah, dude. I won't disclose on mic how much I'm looking to pay for this thing,
but I'm sure you're dropping a dime because AMGs ain't cheap.
No, but they depreciate a lot because they're like luxury cars, which come with luxury maintenance costs as well.
That's true. That's what people don't tell you with anything. Dude, it doesn't matter if it's cars, Vitamix blenders, relationships, everything comes with a maintenance burden. And it drives me crazy. I'm tired of owning things.
Yeah.
Because I have to then like babysit it afterwards.
Dude, 1000%. I've realized this as well. Like you buy something you think will last you forever, and then it just like breaks randomly. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would it break?
And then like combine that with cost of the burden of storage, burden of cleaning and maintaining.
Yeah, dude.
At the end of life process, if it does break beyond repair, it's just what's the point of owning
Can I
anything
cremate
these
this car?
days? I want to have a burial and a
Yeah.
ceremony. You should have a ceremony for this whip when it eventually bites the dust.
Hopefully that won't happen. Knock on cheap wood. Actually,
knock on veneer.
Plastic wood. But if it does, Ty, I think the gravestone, I'll just have the 3-pointed star kind of sitting on top of it.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, you
much
got
like the hood ornament that I have now.
Dude, the hood ornament on the gravestone is a crazy idea. I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of psycho. Some closing thoughts, Ty. I didn't see a single subway in Hawaii. Did you?
I did. I briefly considered going in there, but I couldn't risk it.
Dude, I didn't even see one. Like, I just was driving all fucking day, every day. I didn't see a single subway.
I'd imagine the import fees on a lot of those different veggies would be pretty tough. Like, it's not really an olive growing climate, so they're bringing in all those black olives.
Yeah, dude.
Even like flour, grain, you know, all that bread's got to be shipped in.
But just think about how like good it would be if they sourced local ingredients. Like, imagine the tuna sub in Hawaii.
The only place where I'd get a tuna sub if that was the case. That'd be crazy.
Ahi footlong would go absolutely wild. Man,
I want that so bad, dude. Come on, Subway.
Yeah, dude.
This is your chance to do something really special.
Yeah. 1000%.
Little pineapple in a sandwich would be kind of crazy too.
Or a little pineapple sauce. That'd be quite nice.
Oh yeah, like a chutney or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good.
Dude.
Hawaii's got a lot of good flavors to pull on, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the veggies, like, it's a sunny, warm climate year round. I can imagine they could grow most things. Although the soil could be a challenge. I'm not sure if volcanic rock is great for tomato.
I have no idea. I bet it would come out pretty good.
Kind of smoky.
I guess it is kind of like a world apart from Hawaiian food, because if you think about Hawaiian food, it's like 50% American food, 50% Japanese food.
Yeah.
And they just smush them together and they're like an ahi tuna burger. And that's what we get out of it, right?
Yeah, you had ahi poke nachos, didn't you?
Yeah, dude, poke nachos go crazy. That is the most American or most Hawaiian thing, really.
Yeah, dude. And they would pull from Mexico as well to kind of like
a little bit,
throw a little spin on that.
Yeah, a few burritos in the mix.
I also saw there was ahi tacos. It was kind of similar. Yep. I didn't try them.
I'm gonna try that. I had ahi and sandwich, poke, and nacho form. All were good.
That's great.
At one point, my table of 4, everybody ordered ahi tuna in different forms. One had the steak, one had the sandwich, someone got a bowl, someone got nachos.
That's great.
The server shows up and says, "Wow, you all really like ahi tuna." And we all just smile and nod.
Oh, man.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it truly is. Fuck, dude. I gotta go back. I gotta have some more ahi.
Well, let's end this episode and head straight to the airport.
Let's do it, Ty.
Redheads, thank you for listening. Mahalo. Eric, do you want to sound us out?
Let's do it. Beautiful.
I can imagine the sunset right now. It's on the mind.